I'm Mikey Bledsoe and this is Cookin and Pickin. And today we're going to be fixing some Pikeville Poppers. Now you say light that fire.
Light that fire.
Oh, we're cooking and we're picking on the side of that mountain. Yes, we're picking and we're cooking, and you know the food is right, 'cause we're cooking and we're picking. Listen to the songs right here. Well, we're cooking and we're picking at the Lucky Starr in Swatchy Valley, Tennessee.
All right, today we're doing Pikeville Poppers. This is my variation of a stuffed jalapeno. Today's special guest is Mr. Michael, a.k.a. Danger Teague. Thank you very much for coming back on the show.
Hey,
second time.
Thanks for having me back.
I absolutely love the fact that you come back to visit us here in Pikeville, Tennessee. This recipe is something that's very simple, easy to do. All you need is a little bit of cream cheese, some cheddar cheese, some bacon, of course, and of course your jalapenos. I do mine a little different than most people do, but the first thing we need to do is get this bacon on that fire. I've already got this fire going over here on the grill. Let's set that right there and let that start to sizzling. All right, while this bacon is cooling down just a little bit, I'm gonna prep these peppers. Now, I do mine just a little bit different than most folks do. A lot of times they cut them in half and they wrap bacon around them. I don't do that. I put my mixture together and then I make my bacon into bacon bits. And what I do, I got this fancy tool, and you can use a potato peeler. That'll work just fine. All you do is get them seeds and everything out of there. One thing, it makes it a little bit cooler where I like the taste of a jalapeno, but sometimes that heat's just a little bit too much for me. So I like to get all that out of there and get it ready to go. All right. Once you get all that out of there where it's not gonna burn you up too bad, I've got this other fancy tool, and this is my pepper tray. It's got all these holes in it. I put my peppers in there. And then what I like to do, because I like to soften them up a little bit, because I'm not actually cooking the peppers. I'm not wrapping them in bacon. I don't have to worry about that getting done. So technically all I'm doing is melting that cheese once I get this done. So I like to put them on and let them soften just a little bit before I actually stuff them and get them back on so I can melt the cheese and get them ready to go. All right, Michael, I'm gonna probably get you to help me out a little bit with this one.
All right, then.
So what I'm gonna do is I've got 2 containers of cream cheese, and I like to use the onion and chive is what this is. And I put that all in there. Get that in there. Now this is kind of messy, so what I'm gonna do is grab me a pair of gloves. And I can't tell you exactly how much cheese I'm putting in there. It's a consistency thing. How do you say that word?
Consistency.
That's a big word.
Something like that.
It's tough for us simple country folk.
Anything over 3 syllables is tough for me.
I heard that. That's what I do, is I just start with just a little bit. That's good for right now. We're gonna start mixing that up. And I like to let my cream cheese sit out and get room temperature before I start this. If not, it is hard to mix together. Get it all mixed in there. And like I said, I'm looking for a consistency. I like to have that yellow color because I like a lot of the sharp cheddar in there.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't mind, pour me a little bit more in there.
All right. Just say when.
Come on with it. That's good right there.
All right.
Let's get that all mixed in there real good. Like I said, there's several different ways you can do this recipe. You can use sausage. I've done it with venison before, mixed it up instead of the bacon. Crab meat is real good in here. I like it. I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and throw the rest of that cheese in there. Let's get her. I like it cheesy.
You know what they say, you can never have too much cheese.
That's true. That is true. Thank you, sir.
There we go.
All right. That's looking good right there. All right. Now, I got to get that bacon crumbled up. Let me get it started right quick. What I like to do is take my bacon and put it in a Ziploc baggie. I like it crispy, which I definitely got. And then, once I get it in my bag, I just break it all up. I'm making bacon bits is what I'm doing. And you can buy store-bought bacon bits if you want to. They have good store-bought bacon. I've used that before. But I like to make my own because I like the flavor of freshly cooked bacon. Oh. Once you get it mixed up, and I used about 5 or 6 pieces of bacon. That's what we used today. Mix her up real good. Oh yeah.
It looks like it's gonna be some count, man.
Oh, it's gonna be good. I'm telling you. This is a good recipe right here. I enjoy doing these.
You know, I'm really impressed with your little fancy pepper tray you got going on over there on the grill. I ain't never seen anything like that before in my life.
It was a gift. It was a gift from a real good friend of mine. And I'm glad he did that. He got me that and that little core that I used to core them peppers with for a gift one year. And buddy, I've used it many times since. All right, we're about ready to stuff these peppers. Just let them soften up just a little bit and we'll be right back at it just in a minute. I think these peppers are about ready to get off. Oh yeah, they're looking good. What I like to do is make sure they're good and soft, and they are ready to go. We got to pull them off, set them up here, let them cool just a minute, and then we'll be ready to stuff them. Stick them back on there, let that cheese melt, and they'll be ready to go. All right, Michael, so while we're waiting on those peppers to cool down a little bit so we can stuff them, I got a couple questions for you. Now, you've already done one episode with us, and I really do appreciate it, and I appreciate the fact that you came back. One thing, now last time we found out that you're from Georgia, you started playing at a young age, you started writing songs around 18 years old, and we know all that good stuff. What have you been doing since? Where are you playing at? Tell us, do you have social medias? How do we get a hold of you? How do these people find out where you're at?
Yeah, well, I mean, I have been playing out as much as possible, as any musician would. Tennessee, you know, this area around Chattanooga, and I started getting my feet back in Rome, Georgia, which is closer to my house.
Yep.
So trying to stay active, you know. And as far as social media goes, the only thing you can find me on as far as social media is Facebook.
Okay.
And that is Danger Teague Music on Facebook.
Danger Teague Music, ladies and gentlemen. Check him out, please do.
But I do have an LP and an EP that is released,
nice.
And you can find that on all major streaming platforms.
I got you.
The EP is called Danger Teague and the X-Loss, Can't Blame the Devil. And the LP is just Danger Teague, Whiskey in the Morning.
I got you. Like
I said,
you're on Spotify and Amazon and YouTube's and all that stuff, right? Okay.
Every major streaming platform you can find me on.
I got you. I've actually looked you up, and I hope these folks do too. It sounds wonderful. Now you play. Not only do you do your own original songs, but you play some covers also.
Yes.
When you do other people's songs, what kind of artists do you like to perform?
Well, I try to keep it. I try to do a big mix.
I got you.
Because you know, if you're playing live, you want to keep the audience engaged.
I understand.
So you know, I do some like 80s hair metal ballads.
Oh yeah. That's
you know,
fun.
Of course, I keep it true with the Southern rock.
Oh,
you know,
of course.
Like, you know, I just started playing Whiskey Myers, which a lot of people love.
Yep, that's a good one.
And of course, the true blue country.
Oh, I got you.
I mean, and
I got you.
That's where my roots started, so I try to keep it
I
planted.
understand, and I know you like the Willies and the outlaw kind of country stuff too.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's the way to go right there. That's
Yep.
for sure. That's for sure. Well, we talked about that last time. You like the Stapletons and things like that. So that's
absolutely.
Oh yeah.
And I keep getting requests to play like Chris Stapleton, but I just I got to figure out a way to do it my way.
I understand. I understand. Everybody's got their own voice.
Yep.
Everybody's got their own style.
Because you can't do it like him.
No.
I mean, nobody can
Nobody
do it like him. So, but trying to figure out, being an artist and trying to figure out the way to do it your way to where you can get it to sound good but have your own flair to it.
I understand.
That's very important.
I understand that. Well, I think these things are about ready to go. We're about ready to start stuffing some peppers. All right, what I like to do, and it's just a messy thing. Take your pepper, I like to make a little tube out of it, kind of, and just start stuffing it down in there. There's no easy way to do this. You can't use, there's not a tool for it, just your fingers. I'm sorry, that's the way it is.
But you know what they say, if it ain't messy, it ain't good.
That's right, that's right. Get it all stuffed down in there, get it plenty in it, get it all the way up to the top, and then we're ready to go back on the pan. And all we're gonna do this next time we put it on the grill, all we're doing is melting that cheese, because the peppers are already softened up, the bacon's already cooked. All you're doing is melting cheese this next time. So it won't take very long at all, and we'll be ready to eat these suckers.
I can't wait.
Oh, I can't wait. There ain't nothing like a good Pikeville Popper. All right, guys, these things have been stuffed and they're ready to go back on the grill. And like I say, this time all we're doing is melting that cheese. So we don't need to be on there for that long, maybe, I don't know, 3-5 minutes, and we're gonna be ready to go. All right, I think these things are ready to go, buddy.
Let's see them.
Oh yeah, they're looking good. Now that is a Pikeville Popper. That's my version of a stuffed jalapeno right there. That looks good. That cheese is nice and melted down in there. Oh, man, it looks so good. Here, brother, get you one.
Don't mind if I do.
See, ooh, it's a little warm, little warm.
Well, see what these things are all about.
We'll give her a shot, see what we got.
Cheers.
That bacon is to die for.
You still got that crispness to the pepper too. It's soft, but it's still got a little bit of crunch.
That's absolutely wonderful.
That's phenomenal.
Absolutely good. Now, you mentioned you wanted to play a song for us today.
Absolutely.
What you got?
Well, today I'm going to play This Ain't Texas.
This Ain't Texas. Let's step over the stage and see what you got.
Let's go.
All right, buddy. This is the Lucky Starr Event Venue, located right here in beautiful Pikeville, Tennessee. We can cater to any event you may have, such as weddings, birthdays, baby showers, and music events, and much more. If you're interested, please contact us at 423-762-3097.
Do you play music, or are you a songwriter?
I was winded, breathless.
Did you know there's a professional recording studio right here in Pikeville? Schultz Recording Studios is a state-of-the-art recording studio in a custom-designed facility to make your talent shine.
You know I want you, ask you.
Call us today to book a session and get your fire burning.
All right, we've made our way over to the stage. We've had a wonderful day today cooking some Pikeville Poppers, some stuffed jalapenos today. And now we're over here, and Mr. Teague is going to play us a song. What are you going to play for us today?
Well, the song I'm going to play today is called This Ain't Texas.
Well, do me a favor. Tell us a little bit about that song, and then let's hit it. You're going to let me play with you, and I absolutely love it. Thanks so much.
Oh, absolutely, man. It's an honor to have you play with me. Okay, so the inspiration for This Ain't Texas came from a very special friend of mine from Texas. He lives in Joshua, Texas. So I wake up one morning for work. I check my phone like I always do, and I see I have a text, and he says, "Hey, are you the country artist, Danger Teague?" Well, it's kind of weird, but I responded back to him, "Yes, I am." He said, "Well, I really appreciate your music. I love what you do, and would you mind sending me some merch?" He sent me his address, so I sent him a gift package in the mail. And the longer I thought about this guy, the inspiration for This Ain't Texas came into play. And I know it doesn't really have much to do with him as far as the song goes, but he is the inspiration behind it. So, Justin, this song is for you, buddy. This is called This Ain't Texas.
Met no boy from Abilene, cowboy boots and Wrangler jeans. Stetson hat was damn near wore out. A dip of Copenhagen in his mouth. He said, "I've been now 6 months on these rodeos.
think it's about time that I head back home. 'Cause this ain't Texas, that's a fact. I've seen a lot of beautiful places, but there's a lot of things that they lack. I miss all the stars in the sky, I miss the wide open spaces. And this ain't Texas. I bought a boy a couple of beers and listened to the stories that he told. One about a perfect day second ride, and one about getting through what he said. I traveled 100,000 miles. He took a drink of his PBR and he smiled. But this ain't Texas, you best believe. Have you come to the Lone Star State? You may never leave. By God's hands, it's the promised land. I'm telling you what the fact is, that this ain't Texas. Little boy got up to leave, I didn't even catch his name. Got to thinking maybe he was right. I changed my plans that very night, and now I've got this vision in my mind. I'm gonna pack up and leave this place behind. I'm going to Texas to see it for myself. The roughnecks and rodeos, where that old Rio flows. Mesquite trees and tumbleweeds, I'm thinking that's what I need. I'm going to Texas, going to Texas, 'cause God bless Texas.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am Mikey Bledsoe. This is Cookin and Pickin. I'd like to say thank you to Mr. Michael Teague for being on the show. Once more, you are an awesome, wonderful gentleman for doing it for me. Thank you so much.
No, thank you for having me back. I appreciate you.
I'd like to remind you to like, share, subscribe, and keep your fire going. See you next time.
Oh, we're cooking and we're picking on the side of that mountain. Yes, we're picking and we're cooking, and you know the food is right. 'Cause we're cooking and we're picking. Listen to the songs right here. Well, we're cooking and we're picking at the Lucky Starr in Swatchy Valley, Tennessee.